there is no doubt that we are seeing one of the greatest young talents ever. That's not without a doubt. So he's already in the conversation as one of the most ridiculous proponents of Tesh we've ever seen. But the question is, are we witnessing the most talented and the, without a doubt, greatest teenager that football has ever seen? Look, I knew something was up when we saw this, bro. You see, it's like that moment. It's like when we saw um, Messi score that, like, I think it was, basically, I think the hat trick against Real Madrid or that solo goal against Getafe. Or when you saw R9 basically splits through those two guys. Pele's goal in the World Cup semi-final at 6-16. Or even Mbappe when he drops that two-piece against France in 2018. There's always that moment where, okay, that's the moment. Because Yamal was already cooking before already. Remember, like, if Araujo didn't get sent off, Yamal may have done something in the Champions League last season. But we were all there when we saw Yamal score that goal and become the youngest ever player to score in a Euro semi at 16 years of age, and the kind of goal that he scored and the goal to make it 1-1. It was like, okay, that's the moment that where we're like, okay, this might just be the future of football. As in, thank you, Messi, thank you, Cristiano, for what you've done for like over a decade. It's been amazing, but it's out with the old, in with the new. This is now the future of football, and this was the moment where we now saw the future of football. But it's like, okay, it's good doing that in the tournament, amazing, but what about next season? Can you carry this on? Was that maybe just the anomaly? It might have just been the anomaly. Guys, this is it's what this guy's doing is stupid because it's many different elements. It's not only the tesh, it's not only the talent, it's not only the lala, the entertainment, it's not only the impact. A 17-year-old is the de facto leader of a Barcelona team trying to go for a treble. And that is what I'm going to talk about when I talk about the other teenagers, because it's like, it's one thing just to be an amazing talent. It's another thing where you've literally been given the keys to the kingdom. Where, because there's something I saw in that game, because in that game against Inter Milan, where this was a crazy game, where Inter are ahead, they're up 2-0. And for that game, I was like, hang on. A whole Barcelona are looking to a 17-year-old for inspiration. This 17-year-old isn't like the really talented guy that is now an extra appendage or an extra assistance to the superstar who's like the 27, 28-year-old superstar. No. Grown men and grown players are like, where's Yamal? Give Yamal the ball, give Yamal the ball, give Yamal the ball, and let him figure something else. Give him the ball to either score or to create or just to make things happen. A 17-year-old. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, this is something, since I've been watching football, that I've never seen before. I've seen amazing talents. Oh, I've seen amazing teenage talents. But I've never seen a teenage talent be the creative, offensive leader for a team going for a treble. That I've never seen. So it's made me think that, okay, of all the teenagers that we've seen, is Yamal the greatest? Is he truly not number one? Because my thing here is, we bring in your boy Messi. You see, for Messi, and for many of these guys that apart from one guy, is so Messi he wasn't doing this at 16 or 17. Really, 18, 19 was when he was saying what's up. And Messi at 18, 19, his dribbling, his close control, his ability just to literally go through traffic. What Messi was this amazing, incredible offensive force. And it was like, bro, this is a guy where, similar to what I'd say is like that teenage Messi was a better dribbler than Yamal. Yamal is a damn good dribbler, but what Messi was doing at like an 18, 19-year-old, because bro, I remember that game against Chelsea where He did one move where I was like, wait. I didn't even understand the move that he did. So I think what Messi was this crazy, amazing attacking offensive force. And you bring in Ronaldo Nazario. So you combine Ronaldo Nazario at PSV, and then he then joined Barcelona at 19. So what this guy was a goal scoring phenom, a goal scoring phenom. Because I think his dribbling really evolved and was refined once he went to Inter. You still saw hints of his dribbling because, guys, there's a move he did at PSV where he literally sacrificed two grown men. Two grown men he sacrificed. But I think what Ronaldo was like, bro, like this guy is the next generation of striker who has ridiculous goal scoring and his footballing talent in terms of what he can do with the ball at his feet. Because remember, at that time, you didn't see strikers who were that good with the ball at their feet. Strikers were just finishers. So whether that's like a Van Basten, whether that's like a George Weah, a Bierhoff, a Klinsmann, a Rudi Voller, they were just pure finishers. But this was like a guy who, this guy can play as a number 10. So it's almost as if you saw like the skill set of a number 10, but the finishing power of a striker. So he was combining the best parts of like a number 10 dribbler plus a striker. But I think his main thing was goal scoring. Main thing was goal scoring. So with Messi, it was his dribbling and just his footballing ability when you just gave him the ball. And for Ronaldo, footballing ability, but really it was mainly his goal scoring and just how this was we'd never seen a striker play like this before. Because really, Ronaldo's dribbling really evolved more so once he moved to Inter, once he was not being in his early 20s before his knee got grenaded. But I think when you compare Ronaldo and Messi to Yamal, I think the one thing that Yamal has over them is his passing, his creativity. And look, there are many things that are hard into football, but for a 16, 17-year-old to have this many assists and his passing, because it's one thing just to cross. It's another thing where this guy is literally putting the ball right on the precise position of where the attacker is. Like there was one pass, I can't remember what, I think was it to Carvajal or Fabian Ruiz at the Euros, I think in the group stage where, bro, this ain't just like a random cross. This is where he has anticipated the run, he's seen the run, and he has timed the pass to perfection. So the ability for his passing to be this good and this developed, I think that's insane as a teenager. Because many teenagers you see who are amazing dribblers, who are like amazing goal scorers, are really good on the ball. But there are very few teenagers who have this kind of passing ability, because this kind of passing is what you grow into, is what you evolve into. Like, I don't care what anyone says. I believe that Arnold would have evolved into an amazing passer before he got grenaded. I think for Messi, Messi's main thing as a teenager, even in his early 20s, was really his goal scoring. Then once he now got into his mid to late 20s, his passing now went to a whole different level where he was arguably like the best playmaker in the world. But his passing didn't really evolve until his mid to late 20s. But we're looking at a Yamal guy as a teenager where his passing is already top tier. Like, you could argue that how many creators are better than Yamal right now? Like, let's be real. How many in football right now? How many playmakers are better in terms of a guy's ability to create and creates high tier difficult chances for players? Like, how many guys can thread the eye of the needle the way that Yamal can? Not many. So it leaves one guy. And it leaves one guy, the Donny himself. And obviously you can see behind me. Pele. This guy was 16 at a World Cup. Now, I know what everyone will say is that, but he was playing against farmers, against fruit sellers, guys who were just coming from the war. So he was playing with guys who still had like freaking military elements and military wounds within them. So it doesn't really matter. I always say that you have to put things into context, because it's still a teenager going up against grown men. And what this kind of guy was doing at the highest form of competition was insane. You see, how we view it in 2025 is, oh, these guys are trash. But then the other perspective is he's making them look trash. And for a 16-year-old to be that advanced, footballing wise, and to have such a advanced footballing IQ and footballing intelligence and footballing ability as a teenager, to make grown men who have been playing the game for several years look like morons, that just shows you the kind of insane talent that he was. Now, the issue though is that we don't have enough footage of Pele. But you look at that goal that he scored in World Cup semi, where he receives the ball, he flicks the ball up over the defender, he waits for the ball to drop and then he volleys it. For a 16-year-old to have the footballing intelligence and dynamism to do that is insane. So when we look at stuff back in the day, you have to use context, because you have to imagine that whatever the game was, whatever it's offside or not offside, people were playing the game for several years before him. But for a guy to come in and just take the game to a different plateau. So see, it's because the defenders, they look stupid and they look bad because Pele is making them look bad. You see, other lesser players, it's tit for tat, so the defenders will look better. But when a guy is doing stuff that no one has ever seen before, and he's doing moves that no defense had ever seen before, that just shows you of the pioneering brilliance of what Pele was. So my thing though is, I still believe the best teenager that I've seen, I believe, is Yamal. I still build the best teenage talents of all time. I still think it's Pele. I'm sorry. Like, when you do your research and you look at it, taking everything into context, key thing, into context, Pele is still the greatest teenager of all time. But for me, for what I've seen, Yamal is the best teenager of all time. Because I saw Arnan as a teenager. I saw Mbappe as a teenager. I saw Cristiano as a teenager. I saw Messi as a teenager. As in, all these players, I saw them at the very beginning. As in, I remember R9 with this jersey I'm wearing, this jersey right now, this is the 94 jersey. This is Romario's 94 jersey. So I remember R9 with hair in that 94 team where he didn't play because he was too young. I think he was 16, but he couldn't play. And then I remember R9 in 96 where he played at the Olympics that, it was 99, Nigeria won. So I saw R9 through his teen years, Messi through his teen years, Cristiano through his teen years. And as good as all these guys were, it's not what this Yamal guy is. As in, guys, we are witnessing something truly spectacular. And my only worry and my only fear is, has he picked too early? And could he burn out by playing too many games? Because my thing, though, is the only thing he needs to prove upon is his finishing. His football IQ. Yeah, his dribbling is good, but his dribbling could be at a high level, but his dribbling is still top tier. His creativity is off the chain. Football intelligence is off the chain. The aspect of his game that needs improving is his finishing. Like, he can be a better finisher and he can be more efficient. Even though his numbers this year has been pretty damn good, that is still something he can improve upon. But once he gets his finishing down and he takes his dribbling to another dynamic level, and his playmaking is a lot more dynamic and a lot more expansive from different areas of the pitch, bro, Lord only knows what this guy could be capable of. But the fear, though, is he playing too many games? And for a guy who is still a teenager where his body is still growing, are these too many games for a guy this young? That's the fear. But the issue, though, is that he has to be played because he's literally one of the best players in the world. And for Barca to win the treble, and the best chance to win the treble, they need him. He is needed to win this treble. But guys, like, whatever the case may be, as football fans, we are eating good because whatever you want to say, this is without a doubt one of the most special talents we've ever seen. And the question is, how good can he get? What can this guy achieve? And how could he potentially redefine football? Think about becoming a Football Hut member. If you're a desktop merchant, just click on the join button below, over here. Or if you're a mobile phone merchant, just click on the join button below the video over here and join the true elite content crack addicts. Peace.